to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the M44, it's the Tier 6 American SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Lakeville Encounter, and it's under the command of TanqAndTonic. And yes, he just recently had his birthday, and we thought we'd do some replays for him. And we've got a two-parter for you here. We're starting off with the M44, and then we're going on to the M53 M55. Well, the M44, it's based on the walkable log hull, but it's got a 155mm howitzer mounted in a swivel bracket on top of the vehicle, which gives it 30 degrees arc either side of the center line. It's quite a versatile little arty, and well, it's also a favourite of a lot of players, which is why Wargaming has been nerfing it. Yep, it does collect quite a lot of damage on the enemy, and Wargaming decided that the only way that they can deal with the complaints coming from non-Arty players is to nerf this Arty out of existence by increasing its reload time and decreasing the amount of damage it does. Which is not really fair to Arty players, because after all, we're only doing what we're enabled to do. And, oh, look like that M44 got hit by 2 shots by the Bishop, and now TanqAndTonic finishes him off with his last round. So he's picked up a fair amount of damage there. Okay, T67 right at the back, further down the valley. This is an encounter game, so it's all about the town centre. Rounds out. Oh! That landed right on the outside of the T67. It didn't hit. I think it hit the tracks. It certainly looked as if it was going that way. And the T67 gets wiped out by the Bishop because he was tracked at the time. And that means TanqAndTonic picked up some more damage assist. Now, there are 2 enemy tanks in the cap circle at the moment. And we've got a number of enemy tanks to aim at. That Type T34 is in a right little position, sits on that corner, rams out, direct hit. We didn't see how much damage it did, but it certainly looked as if it smacked him. Get an idea how much damage it is if we get another sighting of him. Okay, there's the Valiant. Rounds out. That landed behind him for 100 hit points, but it stunned him as well. You know, I think that the enemy tanks that's capping is just the other side of the church. There's the Type. Oh, he's missing just slightly more than 100 hit points, so that's what TanqAndTonic hit him for. The tops of these buildings are getting in the way of some of the shots. We'll try and get the Valiants. Lining him up. Oh! He gets wiped out just as TanqAndTonic fires. And there's the cappers. It's a KV-1S and a Panzer T25. So I think TanqAndTonic's going to put a round in there and try and reset them. Lining him up. Rounds out. Looks good. Direct hit. 125. He gets 37 capture points reduced off that one. There are now 3 enemy vehicles within the cap circle. The KV-1S just got reset again, this time by the Bishop. Rams out. And another direct hit, this time 192. He's having a good game. And he just got smacked by the Bishop again. He picked up damage assist off that. Yeah, always a good idea to aim for tanks that are easily going to be hit by your teammates, because then you know you're going to get the damage assist. Rounds out that corner, and he got another 21 capture reduce points. So I think he reset one of the tanks that was in the cap circle. There's only 1 tank in the cap circle now. There's that KV-1S. He might be able to get... There's the T150. And he hits him and resets him completely. Got 222 from a direct hit, and that was almost an impossible shot, because the T150 was only showing his rear end. He might be able to kill him now, though, because he's very low on hit points. Rounds out. Yes, he does! So that's his second kill of the game. First one being the T-37 in the valley. That enemy KV-1S. Oh, there's that Panzer T-25. And both of them are now in the gap. Rounds out. Stuns the KV-1S. He's within the blast radius, but doesn't get any hit points. Our Stück 3 Ausstellung G is on the other side of the church. He's very low on hit points. But that KV-1S is a one-shot. And yeah, he got some splash. This is turning out to be a really good battle because he's already managed to get 1,128, but he's probably got at least 1,500 hit points of damage already because he did get a couple of blind shots. And the KV-1S is out of the game. The T-150 got him. Oh no, it wasn't a T-150, it was a VK. A VK-3001H got him. I think we're going to have difficulty trying to get that Panzer T-25 from this position. TanqAndTonic might want to go closer to the town centre as well. He fires one in, stuns the Panzer T-25 again. Okay, he's decided to get close. I would recommend that he actually goes somewhere like A8 or B9 to get closer to the town. It looks like one of the enemy Arty is down at the south end at K8 or thereabouts. The Panzer T-25 is right behind the wreck that's there. Remember, that's the wreck of the T-150. That's the Bishop, and the Bishop just got another reset. Unfortunately, we just lost our KV-2. And we stunned the Panzer T-25 again. He's now one shot. I think he's moving out of range of the Bishop, trying to get away. Oh, that Bishop almost got him. Can he get a shot in to kill the Panzer T-25? Line him up. Round out. Looks good. Yes! He got him. That's 3 kills now. There's only 2 Arties left in the game. A Hummel and a Bishop. As far as we can see, the Bishop is right down the south end of the map, which means the Hummel is probably the one in the southeast corner of the map, firing in on the town centre. It looks to me like TanqAndTonic's going shotgunning. He's probably going to drive in, see if he can find the enemy Arty and shotgun them with his 155mm. Nicely dodged. Okay, the enemy Bishop's been found. He's actually right next door to the lake. And it looks to me like... oh, he spotted the Hummels behind him. The enemy Hummels just came into the cap circle, just the other side of the cap circle. And he's blocking the capture. Now, if he comes around the corner, TanqAndTonic will shotgun him. I have the feeling TanqAndTonic's getting ready to shoot him. Oh, yes! What a shot! Brilliant shot. Lovely. Manual shotgun wins the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for TanqAndTonic in the M44. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he managed to get 16. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly, but best of all, he got a defender medal. He got a battle hero medal for resetting the cap enough times to get 70 defense points in the process. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the T-150 on his own team with 2,367. Second highest damage went to the TanqAndTonic with 2,327. And the third highest damage went to TanqAndTonic with 1,896. He did get the highest number of kills in the game, though. He got 4. The TanqAndTonic got 3. 2 kills went to the VK-3001H, the Bishop, the T-3485, the T-150, and the KV-2 on our team. And also the Jagdpanzer 4, the Panzerkampfwagen 24. Yes, trying to remember the 25 in German. I think I'm right there. But anyway, so he actually managed to get the highest number of kills. And when it came to base XP, he's got that one as well. 1,018 base experience points. The only player to get over 1,000. 992 went to the T150. 927 went to the KV2. He fired 20 rounds in that game, got 7 direct hits on the enemy and 1 penetration. I'm pretty sure that the one he penetrated was the Hummel right at the end of the game. Yes, there it is, yeah. Thin armor on a Hummel, so the shell would just go straight through him. He also managed to get 21 splashes, so I think he was hitting more than one tank at the same time, and 1,896 hit points of damage, of which 1,561 were at more than 300 meters, the difference being that close range shot on the Hummel. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, that was the Hummel. 9 enemy vehicles were damaged, 4 were killed, 134 hit points of damage assistance. That's where I think he tracked one of the enemies and his teammate managed to finish them off. And 587 hit points of stun assist off 18 stuns. He got 5 capture points and 78 defense points. So he qualified quite nicely for that defender. He earned 28,099 credits from the game, but he got 105,000 from personal mission payout. And he also got 250 gold, so I presume what he did is he killed somebody in the game who happened to be a sheriff or something of that nature. I'm looking down the list. It was either Warthog 214, Orange Dragon 15, Optimus Prime, I don't know if that's the sheriff, Optimus Prime 2022, or this last one, which was, is it Laguna? One of those probably is a sheriff, and that might be why he managed to get the 250 gold, or it might have been a mission condition. He ended up with 137,049 credits for the game and 250 gold, and he got 1,018 XP times 2 for the first victory, 3,054 experience points altogether. So a really great game by TanqAndTonic in the M44, especially that manual shotgun at the other end, at the final end of the game. It's very difficult to get a manual shotgun to work accurately. I tend to auto-aim onto the target because it then makes it a lot easier to control the shot and make it go towards the target. But if you're manually aiming like that, under the strain of the battle and the fact that you could be wiped out any second, and the Hummel did fire at him, but it didn't distract him in the slightest, and TanqAndTonic got the kill. So that's the end of the first battle. Let's have a look at the second one. The second replay for TanqAndTonic is on the Ghost Town map, and this time round he's in the M53. Not the M55, this is the one with the 155mm gun. You tell that because the gun barrel extends over the front of the vehicle. If it was the 8-inch howitzer on the M55, it wouldn't extend that far. He has got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel of his gun, so he's not stock. He chooses to use the 155 for better effect. Now it does have a faster reload time, but it does do less damage, I'm afraid. Yeah, you can see that here because it actually says 600 alpha, 39mm of pen, and 7.2 meters burst radius with 11 to 23 seconds of stun. Okay, he's aiming on the west side of the map, waiting for some enemy tanks to turn up. More than likely will. Meanwhile, in town centre, we can see a few enemy tanks have already appeared there. Well, first shot actually nearly hits the UDES. Does get 207 hit points of damage off it from Splash. But over on the west side of the map, we've seen an RU-251 out in the field. So he's dialing in, almost ready to fire. 23.31 seconds is the reload time. It's not much better than a standard, say, M12. In fact, actually, it's probably a bit slower than an M12. But the advantage actually is the wide arc that the M53 has. Because it can fire over a much wider range, 30 degrees either side of the centre line, much like the M44. He's going to go for the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV. Rounds out. Oh, he backed into that one. 261 hit points. Probably hit the tracks. That's why it didn't pen, because the Waffen Träger has virtually no armor whatsoever. We've got a Type 59 just the other side of that ridge. If we can put a round into that, that will help our teammates to move up. But they've got to get past that Waffen Träger first. You can sit at the back and snipe at them. Oh, another good hit. 213 this time. That Type 59 is definitely holding things up for the moment. But if our Type 59 moves up, that Waffen Träger tries to put a round into him. Rounds out. Oh, kill shot! That was a pen. It went straight through the hull, took the guy out. It's a tier 9 game with tier 8 tanks in it. Our Type 59 has to pull back because their one thought that he had the advantage and he could push forward. There's obviously some enemy tanks up on the hill at the back of the map, because the moment the Type 59 got into a position to shoot at the Waffen Träger, you could see shells hitting him from the hill. And the Lorraine 40 ton just take a hit. I think that may be the Type. Okay, we're still loading. And we lose the Lorraine. Okay, can he get a shot? He fires one in. Yep, gets the hit. Hits the Type 59, pulls back after he shoots to get a better view of what's going on. And now they're going to rush him. And there goes the Type 59. The Kunstpanzer takes the kill. Meanwhile, there's the usual action in the town centre. The T-10's decided to go into the pit, which is probably not a very good idea because he's now been shelled and tracked in the pit, and he's burnt his repair kit to keep moving. Okay, going back to what's going on in the town square. Lining up a shot on the UDES, rounds out, and a splash hit on the UDES again. But he is down to a one shot now. Anybody could nudge him or put a round into him, and if we land a shell on the area next to him, I think that will be a kill. So we're going to try and get a shot in. Almost ready. Here we go. Can we get a shot? Hit the Patriot, take out the UDES. Well, we hit the Patriot, and we stunned all three of the enemy. And our AMX-65 ton has now moved into a position, takes out the enemy TNH 105-1000. The UDES is gone. The Renegade got him, fired from the other side. We're one tank up on the enemy at the moment, but they still have that little pit in the town centre. We fire a round in, and we got some stun assist. Still trying to lob shells into the pit. Very difficult to actually get damage on tanks that are in that pit, actually. You haven't got much to aim at. He's going to have another go, though. Rounds out. Stuns him again. And there's the kill shot, which means that TanqAndTonic picked up the stun assist. Okay, the Lorraine 40 ton was the tank that was up on the hill shooting at our teammates. I'm going to try and lob a shell in there, but at the moment we've lost sight of the Lorraine. Now I suspect he'll go the other side of that hill because he'll see the Kunstpanzer's got close and he'll realise that the only way to defend against it is to use the rocks for cover. Okay, no, he'll actually go the other side, I think. If we see those rocks get demolished. For a moment he was having a look at that Wizzy 111. The Kunstpanzer's moved up quite a bit now, so yes, he is there. He's on that corner. There we go. Rounds out. Nice shot. Couldn't see much of the tank, but he still managed to get a hit and splash him. I think he tracked him. We're almost loaded. I think that Lorraine 40-ton knows if he moves from that position, he does get hit. If he doesn't move, then TanqAndTonic will hit him instead. TanqAndTonic's indicating that target. And I think the Kunstpanzer is also requesting fire on that spot as well. TanqAndTonic took his aim off the Lorraine, and at that moment the guy decided to make a dash for it. Loaded. Rounds out. Oh, direct hit to wipe him out. Second kill of the game after the Waffenträger. Now, there's only 4 enemies remaining on the enemy team. Most of them are down in the southeast corner of the map. We saw that Wizzy 111 GFT briefly. Lost all sight of him since. He tells his teammates where he's aiming. Oh, and just as he pulled away, there's the Batchat 155 dialing in, rounds out. That's a kill. That probably penetrated him. I think it probably did. Okay, 1 shot necessary to take out the Wizzy 11 GFT because he's got his side onto us at the moment, and if we can get the side armor, we might be able to finish him off altogether. Okay, line him up, rounds out, looks good. It landed on the ground next to him, it didn't hit him. So again, it's only a splash, but he did get the stun assist. And now that means there's only 2 enemy left. Now there's only 1 enemy left because the RU-251 just got wiped out by the Emil. And that means the only remaining enemy is the Centurion 51, the Royal Australian Army Corps. There he is. Rounds out. A nice hit to get him stunned up, and we're picking up stun assist already. And I think he's about to be wiped out, and if so, we will pick up the stun assist and the convoy will get the kill. Oh, yes! 735 stun assist at the end. Here's the end of battle result, and that was an ace tanker for TanqAndTonic in the M53. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 12. And he got a Confederate as well for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. And that's even though he got 3 kills. So very well done indeed. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the Emil 2, got 4,023 hit points of damage. Second highest damage went to the Renegade, who got 3,997. And the third highest damage was to the Wizzy 111 GFT on the enemy team with 2,653. But we can see that TanqAndTonic actually did come 4th place on damage with 2,364 hit points. When it came to kills, he actually shared the top spot with the Löwe. They both had 3 kills apiece. And 2 kills went to the Kunstpanzer, the Emil 2, the Renegade, and the Wizzy 111 GFT, or 111 GFT, and the Type 59 on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, he was behind the Renegade. The Renegade had 1,446, so he obviously had a very good game. 1,189 went to TanqAndTonic, who was probably benefiting from the spotting the M54 was doing. And 1,163 went to the Emil 2. So 3 players who managed to get over 1,000 XP. So they did perform very, very well indeed. 17 shots fired, 8 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrations during that game. I think we can see, yes, the Waffenträger thin armor did penetrate that guy, and he also penetrated the Batchat 155-55. I did say at the time I thought that was a pen. The Waffenträger, I thought that was a pen as well, because it was quite a big hit when he finally did get him and kill him. He got 15 splashes on the enemy as well. 2,364 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 3, so there's the 6 difference for the Confederate. 3,358 hit points of stun assist, or 14 stuns, so that's why he ended up with the ace tanker, because he really did excel on getting stun assist. 36,527 credits from the game after ammunition resupply, and this ammo is slightly cheaper than the 8-inch caliber. 35,751 credits altogether. and 1,189 XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 3,568 experience points altogether. So 2 great ace tanker games from TanqAndTonic, first in the M44 and now in the M53 with the 155mm gun rather. Yes, just goes to show TanqAndTonic does play quite good arty play. And he does have his ace tanker games out of this one. He says this was a Sunday game, a Sunday ace tanker with the little gun. Yeah, it's just as good as the big gun, although a lot of people like to have the big gun because, of course, then they get the big alpha if they do get a pen on the enemy. I hope you enjoyed both of those replays. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.